Being a person of Indian origin, I wear that as a badge of honor. It's a matter of pride for me. I'm a proud Hindu, but I believe in the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. My upbringing in India, the cultural traditions that taught me all over the years, have helped me in my journey across the world, in all continents that I've lived and worked in. As mayor, I'll build the balance sheet for London such that it is a premier choice for investments, safeguarding safety and prosperity for all its residents.
It's a very cosmopolitan city. There are lots of Indians there, but it's a cosmopolitan, and across different parts of the world, people are there. So, how has been your experience in UK for the past 20 years? As I said, you are here. How has been your experience so far? And when you contest this election, do you think how much acceptability do you think the people of London will have for you as an Indian individual among all those Londoners? How much acceptability do you think people will have for you?
Well, that's a great question. Firstly, being a person of Indian origin, I wear that as a badge of honor. It's a matter of pride for me, and I wear that. I'm a proud Hindu, but I believe in the concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, and that is important because my upbringing in India, the cultural traditions that taught me all over the years, have helped me in my journey across the world, in all continents that I've lived and worked in. So the London is, I view it as a global bank, if you will. It's a place where people come in, different cultures thrive. People come in for opportunity and growth. So it's akin to a global bank of the world where diverse cultures converge and flourish. And as mayor, I'll build the balance sheet for London such that it is a premier choice for investments, safeguarding safety and prosperity for all its residents. I go across, there are 32 boroughs in London, and then you have the City of London. And there are over 270 communities from different nations, the diaspora that call London home. 300 languages are spoken here. So I speak several languages myself. And these communities today are feeling a little broken, insular, because of, we first had the financial crises, as you know, in 2009, 2008, and then we had Brexit, and then we had COVID, unfortunately, and then there have been a series of changes in government. So people are feeling that our closest trading partners, obviously Europe. So not enough has been done there yet. We are about to sign an FTA, hopefully in the near term, with India. So I'll be a key person making sure that gains success and trade flows increase. And ultimately, the current mayor, Mr. Sadiq Khan, has caused a lot of angst to most of Londoners. He's brought London to its knees, virtually. Security and safety is at its lowest ebb as we know it. And so people are troubled. He's closed down 36 police stations. He's not hired enough policemen. There were 1,000 murders over his 8 years, over 1,000 murders within the 8 years of his watch. 21 teenagers have lost their lives, 18 to knife crime, unfortunately. And so I want to reopen police stations. I want to create police booths so that between one police station and the other, the distance is not too large. I want to make sure every gender feels safe and secure, particularly women. I want to create specialist cells for security so that there are specialists. I want to ensure we go to the root cause of crime. So the youth have training programs, you engage with them, and you have better surveillance, better interaction with international bodies. So you'll be surprised. I understand policing because I'm a strategic advisor to the Global Cyber Alliance. So we deal with law enforcement agencies all over the world and police. I also want to look at their compensation because I want to hire the right sort of police so that when they go across communities, particularly I want policemen from those communities, I will hire them so they understand these subtle nuances, cultural nuances with each community. And above all, I want them to be accountable. So I know whatever gets measured in the world of business gets done. So there'll be a league table. So if some policeman is not making sure that the crime rates are coming down or preventive action is not taken, he or she better be prepared. They will not be in their role for much longer. And equally, London is today the most congested city in the world. It's also the slowest city in the world on a survey conducted by TomTom for the slowest city, but also on a survey conducted on 1,000 cities in 50 countries. Over 156 hours are wasted by an average driver moving around in congestion. That is affecting mental health, that is slowing down the movement and polluting the air. And equally, there's a loss of growth because if you're not moving around, the freedom of movement is as important as the freedom of speech. And each average driver is losing about 1,375 pounds. So I'm going to abolish some disaster policies that have gone through, like there's something known as the ultra low emission zone. I'm going to abolish that totally. There is a 20-mile-per-hour speed limit. Unless it's close to a school or a hospital, that has to become history. And then there is something known as low traffic neighborhoods. These low traffic neighborhoods, in conjunction with the councils, I'm going to remove them. And then congestion charge will be free over weekends and holidays. I want transportation to work for people. I want investment to go in there. I want to make sure noise pollution on transportation reduces. I want better access for the elderly and the disabled on transportation. And the Freedom Pass and the 60 plus passes should be usable in peak hours. And students should get better discounts when they are moving around. And above all, Uber drivers. I want a level playing field so that when they go into the congestion charge zone, they also go free. They don't pay because they're providing a service. So all in all, transportation should improve. There are 2.2 million people, yes, 2.2 million people living in poverty in London. You won't believe it. 33% of them are children. So I've got a leveling up agenda, which basically means I bring these people out of that situation, better education, better opportunity for the youth, flexible employment, again, education for the adults. Some of them need training, retraining. That's critical for me. I want affordable housing, more genuine affordable housing. Mr. Khan has only constructed 4% of his affordable housing targets. How do people? So, what is happening is communities are becoming insular and broken as a consequence. So, what happens is gentrification takes place in an area, people come and buy properties, prices go up, they become unaffordable for lots of people, rents are high, and so then move out from there. So they're getting disenchanted, disengaged. So I'm going to make sure there are targets and incentives to new developers. So when I give them, I fast track approvals, the planning processes, they'll have a target to construct a certain number of affordable homes. I will look at changing the zonal laws so that land use can be better utilized. There's a lot of brownfield land that can be utilized. I want to create community land trusts, right? And above all, Mr. Khan has excuses all the while. The government isn't giving me money. So as you know, as a banker, as an asset manager in the past, I will create new funds, sustainable funds, impact funds, education funds, social welfare funds, so that there's an overall movement of leveling up. So there'll be no excuses of money. I will bring council taxes down, business rates down, because ultimately I want to have people, this is a cost of living crisis going on. So I want them to have more money in their pockets, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to roll up my sleeves and make sure I champion London for everybody. So opportunity for growth, something to look forward to.